Got it. Good afternoon. Myself, Shailesh Tripathi, Assistant Professor, IIMT College of Law, Greater Noida. Today, we will discuss on a topic. It is the democracy versus public welfare state. Everyone know that the public welfare state or social welfare state is the characteristics of democracy. Means that if any state want the public welfare and this state will accept the democracy in the public system, there the social welfare will be possible without any type of problem. But in present time of democracy, we see the many types of example that public welfare is not possible in the democracy. If we consider in ancient era, in ancient era, in terms of India, we know about the some kingdoms, some type of examples like the Ram Rajya. Ram Rajya is a very important system for any public welfare system, because there Ram proved that firstly the public is important for any king, but it was not the democracy. It was a kingdom, it was a monarchy at that time. In the time to time, we are living in 21st century, and in this time we consider the democracy. Everyone know that the democracy is a system where the people involvement in the government directly or indirectly. If we consider the some scholars definition, according to Shailesh says that the people, every people has a share in democracy. Means government will be established behalf of the behalf of the people. According to Gettel also says that the democracy is a participation of people in government. Means government will be established behalf of the people, and here the people will participate in the system. No doubt, where the people will participate in the system will be work behalf of the people. But democracy adopt a system and it make a administrative system for doing the people work. And in this administrative system, the democracy adopt the public policies, and these public policies will be done by the some personals of government. These personals are important for the public because they are accountable to the public policies. If they consider personals or bureaucrats or the administrative officers of democracy consider that the people is important and they will be work behalf of the policies, and they will be consider the public firstly, then this system will be public welfare state. But we see that a type of corruption, a type of mismanagement in democracy, like the retapism. Retapism means people feel that the personals are accountable to the people, but personals are not doing their work with the accountability. They understand that they are the officers. They make that some type of formalism, they do the some type of formality in terms of public works, and it is not good for any democracy. Due to this, I consider a new topic for today's discussion, that democracy versus public welfare state. Means that in democracy, what really the public welfare will be possible if any nation adopt the democracy in the system, there what automatically the public welfare will be possible. If we consider the examples in terms of India, India is a strong democracy in the world, but here the government makes the policies for the vulnerable class, for the weaker class, because in India, a very big population is make a distance from the real development. They don't have the employment, they don't have the house, they don't have any type of income, and for these people the government makes the very large type of schemes like pensions, like employment schemes, and house scheme for these vulnerable classes. Means of vulnerable classes means weaker class, those class who has not the facilities of the something. Means government make the policies for this class, that this class will be happy by the these type of policies. Means every people will adopt the house by the government policies, every people will get the some type of pensions to survive the life. The people if want the work, the people the work will be provided by the government. It is also as an example, a scheme of government of India is the Manrega. Manrega is a public welfare scheme. Means that those people have not any work, they will be get a type of work behalf of the government by this scheme. But government provide the fund, government makes the schemes, but the schemes execution is totally depend on the administrative system. Means that the administrative personnel or bureaucrats are responsible to execute this type of scheme to establishing a public welfare state. If Manrega will be executed that totally with the honesty, no doubt the people will be feel a type of goodness, a type of happiness in the system. But it is the lackness of our system, that the corruption is involved in our system, and corruption make the problems for establishing a public welfare state. That I want to prove that only adopting the democracy is not the solution of establishing a public welfare state. Only we adopt the democracy and law and order will be good, the providers will be good, the executors will be good, the justice system will be good. It can't be possible. It will be the possible by a bill. By a bill means if government or the personals or the bureaucrats will make a type of desire to fulfilling the public work, and they will do the public work with the honesty, there the public will be feel the happy, and there the public welfare state will be established. If we go to the ancient era, it was the time of 3rd century BC. That time Kautilya explains that the king should be responsible to the people. Means Kautilya in that time understand that the people is the part of government and people will be happy, then the king will be under the establishing position. मीन्स किंग को कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगी अगर उसकी जनता खुश होगी। वहां पे अगर उसकी जनता खुश होगी तो राजा लंबे समय तक राज करेगा। ऐसा जब कौटिल्य उस समय बताता है इन 3rd century BC, means that in ancient India a type of indirect democracy, this democracy was depend on the public consent, कि जनता की सहमति के बिहाफ पे ही राजा लंबे समय तक चल सकता है। वो एंशिएंट इंडिया के 3rd century BC में एस्टेब्लिश था। मींस देयर द Kautilya was depend on the public welfare state and he was explained about the a type of indirect democracy, but some people says that it was the first time in 507 between the 5080 BC, means 5th century BC, the Athenians established the democracy and they told about the public welfare state by the distributive justice system. But this distributive justice system was available in the Ram Rajya, where the king understand about the people should be under the justice system. Means that राजा ये जानता है कि उसे न्याय मिलना चाहिए, जनता को न्याय मिलना चाहिए, और अपनी जनता को न्याय देने के लिए राम जैसे राजा जिन्हें सब कुछ पता था, उन्होंने अपनी सीता जैसी पत्नी का परित्याग करना सही समझा। मीन्स दैट टाइम इन द Ram Rajya in ancient India, these type of things was available. Means there the public welfare was important, that government was concentrate on the well-being, happiness, goodness, pleasure of the people, and government take the some type of taxes by the people, and this type of taxes was implemented on the people welfare. Means that in ancient India we get the many types of public welfare state examples. Okay, welfare states refers to a state that the safeguard liberty, people welfare, citizen protections, their interests, and the welfare of weaker class or vulnerable class. And it will be the possible if in present time, in the time of democracy, it is the time of 21st century, and many countries adopted the democracy. They understand that after adopting the democracy, they will be considered under the welfare state and the people will be happy, and it will be established a type of welfare state where everything will be provided by the government to the people. But it is not true. A welfare state will be possible if a government has the will to establish a welfare state. Means and welfare state means social security. It is depend on the government, that government will make a foolproof system for every people where the people feel the secure. Principle of equality, control over the economic process means economic process should be in control of the government, and every people have the assets in present world. A survey, a report says that the 10% population of the world which are rich has the 58% asset of the world, means 90% people who are not rich, they are on only 42%. They are on only 42% assets on the world, and 10% who are the rich, they have the 50% asset of the world. How the welfare state will be possible in this type of differentiation in the world? It is not a data for any particular country, it is a data for all over world. Means that in present world, for establishing the public welfare state, the planning and activities of the government should be in favor of people. Means that if we want a welfare state, public welfare state in a democracy, then the process of democracy should be follow the strictly. Should be follow the strictly means the elimination of corruption. It's important the firstly. If the corruption will not available in the public system, in the government system, then the executions of policies will be done the correctly, and it will be established a public welfare state. People understand that about the democracy. Democracy is a process behalf of the Abraham Lincoln, to the people, by the people, and for the people. Means to the people, by the people. If it will be established behalf of the people, then it will be work for the people, and the government will be work for the people, and people will be control on the government. Then therefore a type of welfare state will be established automatically. But it is very important for our present era, our present world. The government should be concentrate on the public problems. If public elect the government and make the majority in countries for 5 years, 3 years, and government come in the power for 5 years, 3 years, depend on the country situation, and government during this period not consider the public problems like social security, like economy, like the employment, like the houses, then how can public welfare state will be established? So for this, it is very important the government design the policies and eliminate the problems to establishing the public welfare state. In 21st century, we are mostly depend on the literatures or political ideologies which are available in the society, and these are depend on the Western system. As the democracy beget, it come in the before the 2400 years ago by the Athenians. They established a direct democracy. But as the democracy was established in ancient India. In 3rd century BC, the Vaisali kingdom was the example for the democracy, because there the public welfare was important for the king. Means king was concentrate that he will be provide the all things which are the need of people. Means that there the people was happy, and they never done any type of movement against the king, movement against the monarchy system. Means that there the king will was concentrate on the king desire was concentrate on the a good management for the execution of people work. So there the public welfare was possible under the kingdom, and it was not a declared democracy, but the consent of people told that there was an indirect democracy, and people was happy under the kingdom of Vaisali. Many types of examples are available in ancient India for the public welfare states in the different systems. If we consider the Mahabharata then we get a good justice system was available to there for the public welfare, and there the public was everything for the kingdom. In today, only we discuss on this, only by adopting the democracy, the public welfare will be possible. So we make this topic, the public welfare state is the characteristic of democracy, but it make the some type of differentiation with the democracy. So we I consider the topic as the democracy versus public welfare state. Means what is important in democracy? If we want the democracy will change in the public welfare state automatically. Firstly, it is very important when government makes the policies, when the government design the policies, the government should be concentrate on this thing. The public policies will be executed with the honesty, and the corruption will be eliminated under the administrative system, under the bureaucratic system. And the system which will be established by the government as the administrative system to executing the public policies, the system will be work properly under the honesty. And the fund which will be released by the government, it will be execute on the public policy without any prohibition. Means that the administrative system will not be under the formalism, means there the formality will not be possible. The administrative system will not be under the red tapeism. It will be the concentrate on doing the people work. The bureaucracy will not be shown the like the bureaucrats. It will be work as the public servant, means that the administrative system feel that they are the servant of public. They are working for the goodness of public behalf of the government. And government is a part of democracy, because government come in power behalf of the people, by the election of people, by the share of people, directly or indirectly. In democratic system, which the government of a country is elected by the people, means the government will be elected by the people. Here the share of people will be possible in the government. So it is the duty of government that government work for the public welfare. Public welfare means the government should be concentrate on the elimination of corruption, to providing the law and order, to providing the equality, to providing the every people housing, to providing the pensions for every people, to providing the employment for every people. Then the public welfare state will be established, not only as the characteristics of the democracy, the public welfare state will be possible. Only a thing is that here, only one thing is also I want to discuss here. The democracy is good process, and democracy can establish the public welfare state, and here the every public will be happy under the happiness if democracy work under the honesty. Behalf of the Constitution of India, Article 38, Article 39 explains about the public welfare states, means that the government should be work and design the policies for the vulnerable class, for the weaker class. Here the Article 39A provide the justice system for all, means that the justice for all. If weaker people who has not the peace, who has not the capacity to go to the court, then it is the duty of government. Government provide the legal aid to this type of people, by which the every people uh, can get the justice in the society. If Indian Constitution provisions like equality provisions, Article 14, 15, 16, Article 39, 38, Article 39A will be considered by our democratic government, then India will establish the public welfare state without any problem. Means that in democracy, the government eliminates those problems which are the problems to establishing a public welfare state. This type of hindrances should be eliminated by our system, and then as a democracy, our system will be established as the public welfare state. That's all. Thank you for this listening this lecture.